Now, students, we are going to do question 1.3. Given a squared minus 4a plus 3 divided by a squared plus 2a minus 15 divided by a squared plus 12a plus 20 divided by a squared minus 4a times 2a squared minus 8 over a squared minus 3a minus 4. This one, it says simplify the following fraction. Okay, so let's start by changing this sign. Let us not factorize for now, just change this sign. So we've got a squared minus 4a plus 3 all over a squared plus 2a minus 15 times, then if you put a times, what happens to the denominator? It becomes a numerator, a squared minus 4a all over a squared plus 12a plus 20 times 2a squared minus 8 all over a squared minus 3a minus 4. Now let's factorize. That is the next step. We're going to have to factorize now. So by open up two brackets for the numerator and also two brackets for the denominator. Okay, the numerator, we are going to focus on the last term and also the middle term. How to find the middle term in the last term? So the last term is 3. The middle term is minus 4. Okay, so we want two numbers. When you multiply, they give us positive 3. The same numbers when you add, they give us minus 4. So the factors of 3, it's 1 times 3. But now the middle term is negative. It means we must also consider negative 1 times negative 3. And then we check which pair meet the requirements when we add. So we are saying this 3, we get this 3 when we multiply. And then we get this negative 4 when we add or subtract. Okay, so 1 times 3, it's a positive 1 and a positive 3. Can a positive 1 and a positive 3 give us a negative 4? The answer is no. It's going to give us a positive 4. Then let's check the second pair. It's negative 1 and negative 3. So what is negative 1 and negative 3? It's negative 4. So this pair is correct. So this pair, let's start with a squared. A squared is a times a. Then for 3, it's for positive 3, when we multiply a negative 4, when we add, it's going to be negative 1 and a negative 3. So these are our factors. Now let's move on to the denominator. The denominator, we want two numbers. When we multiply, they give us negative 15. The same numbers when we add, they give us positive 2. Okay, for negative 15, for us to have a negative 15, it means another number must be positive. Another number that we're going to use must be negative. Okay, so which one is going to be positive and which one is going to be negative? The bigger number is going to be positive, then the smaller number is going to be negative. Why? Because our middle term is positive 2. Okay, so the factors of 15, there are a lot of factors of 15, like 15 times 1. Okay, 15 times 1 or 5 times 3. So we'll say the bigger number is going to be positive 5 times negative 3. Okay, so let's check which one meet the requirements. 15 minus 1 and 5 minus 3. Let's see which one meet the requirements, pair A or pair B. So 15 minus 1, it gives us positive 14. 5 minus 3, it gives us 2. So which pair meet the requirements is pair B. Pair B, it meet the requirements. So what are the factors? Let's write down the factors. The factors that we have is A, and then it's positive 5 and negative 3. Coming now to this second one, the common factor is A, and then what is left inside the bracket is A minus 4 all over. We open up 2 brackets for the denominator. Then we want 2 numbers when we multiply, they give us 20. The same numbers when we add, they give us 12. This time everything is positive here. So 20, many numbers that make 20, but to be quick, the factors of 20 is 10 times 2 that we're looking for. Ne? Otherwise, if you've got time, you can check as well. So 10 times 2 was 10 and a positive 2. When we add them together, they give us 12. So it means for a squared plus 12a plus 20, the factors for a squared is a and a. Then for 20, when you multiply, it's 10 times 2. Positive 10 and positive 2. Because these numbers, when you add them together, they give us 12. Okay, times. Then let's check again. We need to factorize that one. Okay, but we're gonna make it quick. For this one, we are given 2a squared minus 8. Now let's factorize. The common factor first is 2, and then what is left inside the bracket is a squared minus 4. Again, 2 is common, but this one is a difference of 2 squares. It means we must open up 2 brackets. For a squared is a and a. Then the square root of 4 is 2. So we've got 2 and 2. But because it's a negative 4, it means the other 2 is going to be positive, the other 2 is going to be negative. So the factors for 2a squared minus 8 can be written as 2 into 2 brackets a and a plus 2 minus 2 all over. Then the factors of this one, I'm going to open up 2 brackets a and a. Okay, 2 numbers when we multiply, they give us negative 4. The same numbers when we add, they give us negative 3. For us to get a negative number, it's going to be a positive number times negative number. So the factors of 4, it's 4 times 1. But the bigger number must be negative. Why? Because the middle term is negative. So it's going to be negative 4 times positive. Okay, sorry. Let me rewrite. It's going to be positive 1 times negative 4. Okay, so the factors it's plus 1 and negative 4. These are our factors. Okay, now let's simplify. Okay, so simplify, it means there's a numerator. You're going to check if there is a denominator that is the same as a minus 1. Then you cancel them out, not to get a 0, but it goes once. So is there any a minus 1 as a denominator? The answer is no, so you leave a minus 1. Is there any a minus 3 at the bottom? The answer is yes, so this goes here in the one. Then coming to a, is there any a that is there alone there? The answer is no. Is there any a minus 4? Yes. Coming now to these 2, is there any 2 as a denominator? The answer is no. Is there any a plus 2 as the denominator? The answer is yes. Is there any a minus 2 as a denominator? The answer is no. So let's see what is left as a numerator. We've got a minus 1 and a and 2 and a minus 2. So let's start with the coefficient. What is a times 2? Is 2a. Then what is a minus 1 into a minus 2? It's a minus 1 into a minus 2. So that is our numerator. Then what will be the denominator is everything that is the leftover here. So what are the leftovers? It's a plus 5 into a plus 10 into a plus 1. This is the final answer. Thank you.